Hello everyone. How many hours a day do you spend in an air-conditioned room?
24.
No more than 10 hours? About 12 hours? Or nearly the whole day and the whole night? Yeah, I can totally understand that. It's too much a challenge for us not to reach the remote control and turn on the AC while we are inside. However, our comfort relies greatly on the electricity supply. However, our country is now facing a serious concern of the supply. What's worse, the government's policy is trying to terminate the use of nuclear power plants. It is surely that Taiwan is facing a turning point on defining the future energy development. And green energy will play a crucial role in this critical era. Why? Let's dig deeper into this topic. My presentation will be divided into 3 parts. First, I will discuss why the demand for green energy is on the rise, followed by discussing the advantages and disadvantages of different kinds of green energy. Finally, I will share my own opinion about the future development. Let's begin with the demand for the green energy. In 2015, Paris Agreement was assigned. It aims to control the rise of global surface temperature below 2 degrees Celsius, hopefully forever. In order to follow the international trend, our country set the goal of net zero emission beyond 2050. In order to achieve the goal, we have to minimize the carbon emission. 80% of our electricity is generated by fossil fuel power. We even have the 4th largest coal-fired power stations called the Taichung Power Plant. This is the major causes of the carbon emission. Also, the raw materials, such as coal and liquefied natural gas, relies on international import. Our dependence on other countries will pose a risk if the supply chain is blocked. This will not only affect our national security, but also the economic stability. Especially Taiwan plays a crucial role in the global technological industry. See how many people are paying attention to the stock market. At late, do you earn a lot of benefits as a TSMC stockholder? Let's take a look at this chart. If we want to minimize the use of coal, gas, and nuclear, but remain the same amount of electricity generated, green energy is surely the hope. After we know why the demand of the green energy is on the rise, let's discuss about the pros and cons of different kinds of green energy. In this section, it will cover hydroelectric power, solar power, and wind power. These 3 types are the most common options of green energy in Taiwan. Hydroelectric power plays a crucial role in the post-war period, from 1950 to 1960. Thanks to Taiwan's abundant rainfall and steep river slopes, it is suitable for us to develop this kind of renewable energy. There are about 18 hydropower plants in Taiwan. Some were even built when Taiwan was colonized by Japan. In the recent years, there are more this kinds of small hydropower stations. It doesn't need too much infrastructure, so it can be prompted easily in small areas like villages. However, developing this kind of renewable energy needs to build dams or reservoirs, which can cause damage on animals' habitat. So it requires consideration from different aspects. We have known that hydroelectric power is suitable to develop due to Taiwan's landscape, but requires more evaluation. Let's move on to the second part, solar power. Solar power is the biggest part of the renewable energy in Taiwan. nearly 3% of the electricity was generated by the solar power. Taiwan is situated at a subtropical zone, so we can have enough sunshine all year round. People and companies can have their own solar power field, and then sell the electricity back to Taiwan Power Company. However, a problem arises. Many fish ponds in the west coast were replaced by the solar farms. For example, like the Kohu Township, it relies on the agriculture of clam and eel. But now, 1/3 of the villagers have no ponds because their landlord tend to rent their land to the solar farming companies to earn more profits. The villagers have no choices but to leave their hometown to seek for jobs somewhere else, poses a threat to the township's population. Due to Taiwan's weather condition and its easy access, solar power is the major part of the renewable energy in Taiwan. But we shouldn't neglect that it will affect the local industry. Let's see the wind power one. Taiwan Strait is famous for its strong and consistent wind, making Taiwan a perfect place to develop wind energy. In the Fangyuan County in the Fangyuan Township in Jianhua County, many organizations even rated it the best wind site of the world. In 2023, there are about 400 wind turbines from Taoyuan to Jianhua. In order to set more wind turbines, companies started to find land in the inland area. It will pose threats to the villagers living there. Why? Because the shadows, spinning shadows and noises generated by the wind turbines will cause those villagers headaches, dizziness, and sleep disorder. This issue has caused conflicts in Fangyuan County for many times. We have known these three kinds of renewable energy options have its own pros and cons. Now, I'm going to share my own perspectives about the future development. In a densely populated country with limited lands, where and how we generate electricity is always a critical issue. Any forms of generating electricity has its own pros and cons. It's all about how we trade for to find the balance. By the time our government wants to increase and the use of renewable energy, more consideration and communication is required. After all, in response to the climate change, no one should be excluded and everyone should be respected as well. That's all about my presentation today. Let's hope for sufficient energy in the future. Thank you.